You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Reaper Arsenal Coffee. Smells like freedom. We're going to get that down pat one of these days. Hey, Dan.
Hey, yeah, we need to rehearse. Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
Favorite actors. One of my favorite Jimmy Stewart movies, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. It's a classic.
You know,
all the way around.
I got to be on a podcast about Jimmy Stewart like 3 weeks ago.
What?
Backlot 605.
Right? I know.
Somebody else couldn't find a guest.
No, it's fun because they dedicated this entire month to Jimmy Stewart since his birthday.
He's a great guy.
Month. And I got to talk about one of my favorite movies. It's the one that comes out of Christmas. It's a Wonderful Life.
Thanks, John. Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker born this day. Love Joe. One of the greatest Joe Cocker moments ever. Sitting there one night and Woodstock comes on TV. Not the live concert, of course, which was in '69, but it all got filmed. They turned it into kind of a docu-movie type thing. And sitting there watching Woodstock with my relatively new wife at the time. And Cocker comes out and just knocks him dead. You know, he moved a little bit different when he was singing. And my new bride goes, you know, that's just so amazing that he can come out and sing like that with MS. I went, what? What?
I never thought of that.
It was the first thing I had where, yeah, this ain't going to work out.
This probably isn't going to make it.
And Cher is 317 years old today.
Isn't that nice?
Actually, she's just 75.
She actually looks a lot older.
Cher is 75. Well, she had a little work done.
She's had too much
Little
work
bit.
done.
Yeah, and I think it's bad. Like when
Yikes.
they go, oh, it's just a little more and it's going to look right. No, just a little more.
Yeah.
Sherilyn Sarkisian, who met Sonny Bono, married him as a teenager. And boy, the rest is history.
Yeah,
Quite a history
you
it's
bet.
been, too. Holy cow. 1862, we were just kids. 1862, this day, President Abraham Lincoln signs into law the Homestead Act. That was in order to provide very inexpensive, cheap land for the settlement of the American West.
Nice.
By the year 1900, over 80 million acres had been snapped up.
Wow.
Some of that was right here in South Dakota.
And I mean, just for pennies a parcel, man. Average cost for acre land, West Coast these days, about $39,000. You want to live near Silicon Valley, where all the big dollars are? Acre of land, about $7 million.
Whoa.
That's a lot.
Quite a difference.
Average acre South Dakota farmland, a little over $3,000.
Nice.
But I did see a parcel, if you want to build, say there's an acre of land available right up there by Old Orchard Trail over on the south side.
Really?
This is just an acre of dirt. There's nothing on it yet. I think some trees. About $400,000.
Whoa.
So imagine that.
My wife made a
What am I
terrible
hearing?
decision.
Is that
It's our
got the
dog.
timer for the oven? What is that?
No, it's she gave our dog a squeaky toy.
I didn't give
Keep
it.
her busy while we're doing a radio show. Good plan, Heidi.
I'll go take care of that.
Hey, Dan, remember that whole professional thing you said? This is our professional
I still refuse to even call that a dog. I'm not sure what that is.
Cassie saying hello to everybody.
Okay.
This is hard to imagine. It was 1873. Levi Strauss and then partner Jacob Davis patent the very first blue jeans.
Oh, nice.
Complete with the copper rivets.
Yeah.
Now, when I was in what was called junior high school, and my brother Uggs was in his first year in high school, it was unheard of. Kids did not wear jeans to school.
Really?
Yeah, try laying that on kids today. I mean,
Right.
No, you were not allowed to wear jeans. And the part of the reason was administrators, whatever, would say those rivets in the jeans scratch up
I
the
could see
chairs, the
that,
furniture. But it got to the point now, and I want to say it was maybe 1970. It was School District 281 in Minneapolis. All of the high school kids got together, all the high schools, and they did a protest walkout of school.
Oh.
Until they could wear jeans.
They
to school.
all bailed until they could start. And so then it came down, well, you can wear jeans, but you can't have the rivets in the pockets.
You know,
But that spawned all these designer jeans and all this other stuff we know now.
Right.
Yeah, that's a true story.
The jeans nowadays where they have all the bling on the back pockets.
Yeah, you have a pair of those, John.
Heidi did get me a pair of those. I don't
She
wear
sure
them.
did. That's so other women don't hit on you.
No,
and they've been working beautifully.
That
That's
and
the Crocs.
That and the Crocs have done the trick. Oh, and
I don't. He does not need my help.
And the 300 pounds. That helps too. Those things really tough on like vinyl seats. I talked to a guy that recovers like restaurant seats. He said, best thing ever for me. People sliding in and out of the seats. They're
I bet.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just thought that was pretty interesting.
It is.
Okay, there you go. Now, I know you know, we all know, and we can just stumble forward.
We're going to do that, and Heidi's going to go put our dog outside. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. Are you ready to travel again?
Join us for the best week of your life.
The Sands is an immersive Gen X era experience for 5 sun-filled and fun-filled days at Dreams and Secrets all-inclusive resorts in Cancun.
Enjoy music from Billy Idol,
Cheap Trick,
Little River Band,
The Hooters,
Tesla,
Wang Chung,
Firehouse,
Honeymoon Suite,
CNC Music Factory.
The Jets, and more.
Make plans to join us for the Sands.
October 25th through 30th.
Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
That's radiotravelgroup.com. And it is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. What kind of stuff do you find interesting this morning?
It's super interesting. Came across an article of the most dangerous jobs in America.
Oh, wow.
And by dangerous, I mean the ones that literally kill the most people.
Yikes.
Every year. Some of these may surprise you.
Really? What-
And it's
what-
a top 10 list, and it's based on kind of per capita how many people are actually in that industry, and on average how many kind of go down in flames over the course of any given year. And on average, at number 10 is, and this one surprised me, ground maintenance workers.
Really?
You know, the lawnmower.
Yeah,
the
weed
landscape, that kind of
whackers,
stuff.
and I can see that.
On average, every year, 20 people lose their lives who work in ground maintenance.
What was that?
20 of them.
Yeah, I don't
I know, last year you went down in the front yard and cut yourself up.
That's
Don't-
true.
Don't give me this look like, well, how did they do
With the
that?
hose.
I
You
was-
hurt yourself with a hose.
You were bleeding for days.
I was impaled by a sprinkler. And I got street cred because now I've got stitches.
So there you go. Now you know.
And the only reason
Stitches.
this one surprised me is I thought it would be higher on the list, but it's not. At number 9, farmers, ranchers, other ag-related jobs.
I can see that.
Approximately 23 people a year
Yeah,
lose
that's
life's
sad.
work on that. At number 8, structural or commercial iron and steel workers.
yeah, I could see that. That'd be a dangerous job.
26 over the course of a year. Driver sales workers, for instance, like traveling salesmen who drive a lot,
sure.
but
Yeah.
they're right up there with truckers, actually.
suppose.
And so they combine the two, and on average, about 37
Wow.
people a year.
That's
lose
a
their
lot
lives.
of road miles there. That yeah.
And I had this conversation just yesterday with our favorite sanitation guy in the world, Nick Sweeney of Sweeney Sanitation.
That's on the list?
Garbage and recyclable collectors are at number 6.
Because somebody forgot to pick up their garbage.
Well, you look at those trucks and you look at what they deal with and all the hydraulics and everything
Oh,
else,
yeah.
and they're out in the elements
and
day
the
and
traffic.
night.
I'll bet it's people because I've seen
Getting
numerous
hit.
times
Yeah.
people get really
it's
close to them.
crazy. I never even thought about that.
This one
before.
average 35 workers use. So
Be careful out there.
thoughts and prayers out to Nick and Tim Sweeney.
Absolutely.
Number 5, construction workers, just overall about 40.
Wow. Be careful out there.
Number 4 are roofers, 54.
I
The
can
number
see
that.
there
Yeah, they're up
annually.
high.
Then aircraft pilots and engineers at number 3, which approximately 62 a year.
That one really surprises me
Yeah.
because you don't hear it's not like it's from plane crashes. You don't hear about a ton of plane crashes, so you got to wonder what's going on. Maybe it's just getting sucked into the engines or something.
I don't think that's.
I would have looked into it, Heidi, but I didn't want to.
I'm pretty sure that's not what it is.
That one surprises me.
Number 2, those working in the world of logging. Logging,
I can
still
see
super
that.
dangerous. There's
Yep.
68 people a year.
Wow.
And this is the big one. You call the most dangerous job on the planet. It sure is commercial fishing.
Oh.
Workers.
Really?
Yep,
Yeah.
145.
Overboard.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going
Yeah,
on. The
yeah.
deck is wet. There's just.
And their boats going down. And
That's bad.
Yeah, that's a tie with radio broadcasters.
Yeah.
If John keeps it up, we're making the list.
I'm just going back to Heidi thinking pilots are getting sucked into engines.
Not
It's gonna be a-
pilots. It
it's
said
gonna be a-
engineers too.
It's going to be a 5-minute delay. We got a pilot that got sucked
It's
into
not.
the engine
I didn't. I
too.
wasn't meaning the pilots. I meant the people that work on the engines.
Oh, okay.
Because didn't it say it wasn't just pilots? It was the
It was actually listed as pilots/engineers.
engineers.
Yeah.
So
Well, see, she's
See?
probably it's
Making
probably why
fun of
there's
me.
a delay. Got a delay. We got another
gotta
engineer stuck in
scrape
engine
Fred
5.
off the propellers.
Well, I'm glad you guys find this humorous.
Sorry, I don't find it humorous. People losing their lives. I just thought it was funny that she was thinking that's what
They
was
probably
happening.
found his humorous in the propeller.
Which, oh my goodness.
That wasn't terrible.
That was very terrible. We're moving on. Thanks, Dan. That was very interesting.
Yeah, and I'll never do it again.
It's stuff Dan finds interesting.
Addiction. It's a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those who love you the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, broken relationships, and, if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break. Brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris back with, is this hard-hitting news or more fun, lighthearted, happy,
I guess
fluffy?
kind of fun, lighthearted. It's never too soon to start talking about the Sturgis Rally.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up.
It's all booked and ready to go. The 81st annual.
I know someone who just got their first motorcycle. Steve and Snow, friends of Sunny Radio, this weekend got their first motorcycle.
They're
So
pretty
congrats to them.
excited.
I bet they'll be on the list of people going out to Sturgis now.
Well, this surprised me because I just assumed this was going on anyway. But the big announcement out of folks who run that neck of the woods is they are going to allow open container this year for the first time ever.
Really? I guess I didn't know that
They
wasn't
haven't
already a
allowed
thing.
it in the past?
No.
They just did it.
No, you have not been allowed to just walk the streets with an open beer or wine or whatever. Now they've got it contained to just a certain area. And it will be going on from, and it's actually, you read it here, only from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's just a 12-hour window. So I don't know, and you're going to need a special armband along with that to prove that you're 21, and apparently a special cup, too.
Really?
Just so, and it's just
So you can't just-
contained.
So then that's a little extra money for them then.
Yeah, well, and according to Sturgis City Manager Daniel Ainsley, the consumption of alcohol from an open container will be confined to a downtown area of Main and Lozelle streets. Signs will be marked for those container boundaries. So apparently, up until this year, you got to go into a bar, finish your drink, then step next door to the next bar. And who wants to go drive for 3-4 minutes? Well, certainly not people who attend Sturgis.
Problem solved. These people are solution makers.
So
3 whole minutes.
I just thought this was really interesting, and it's kind of like, yeah, we're going to see how this goes, but it's going to bring in some more bucks, but we're going to be really careful about it. But
I got a press release from I think it's the city of Sturgis. They sent out, here's the new logo for the Sturgis Rally, and here's the new branding. And it looked completely different than anything I was expecting for the rally. And then I remembered, it's really not their event. It's like it happens in their town.
Right.
But they're like, remember last year?
Yeah, they don't own the event.
They had
no.
the city council said, we are going to determine whether or not we're going to allow the event to still
because
happen.
of COVID, yes.
We're going, yeah, good luck telling a bunch of bikers, hey, you can't be here this year.
Yeah,
Well, they're
that's
coming whether you want them
just
or not.
where they have it. And in case you don't know, they had some pretty good acts coming in. Kid Rock's going to be there this year, which is nice. Stone Temple Pilots, ZZ Top, Tesla.
Nice.
Hairball's going to do a couple of shows out there. And a friend of ours, Ron Keel.
Oh, nice.
Ron Keel and his band, the Ron Keel Band. So,
Very cool. That's always a
some
really,
local
really good
folks.
event.
So, yeah, they've got a great lineup. And apparently, you just walk up and down Main Street, get your drink on.
Nice.
As opposed to, again, waiting that couple of minutes for the next bar. So,
Well, Dan, thank you for the update, sir.
absolutely.
It was really fun to chat.
South Dakota is so hammered.
Yeah, I think for the most part that's kind of the case. Well, it is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
If you're looking for special prices on some pretty amazing products, check out the website radiosavings.com. We're adding new items all the time, so you might find something cool. And you can save money when you buy stuff at radiosavings.com. One other thing many people like, many of the products you'll find at radiosavings.com are made in the USA. Good quality items at great prices. Radiosavings.com.
We can save you more.
Radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time right now for a bright spot of news, brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine and Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. And we're going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. I have Roxana McKenna. She's with the Safety Village. How you doing, Roxana?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. You got a lot of fun stuff coming up. You've got a clinic, a crash clinic, and you've also got some camps. Let's start with the clinic first. What does crash clinic mean?
Crash Clinic is a car repair and safety help for teenagers. So basically what this is an opportunity. It's about a 4.5-hour clinic. It gives them an opportunity to learn a little bit about what's under the hood in a car, some basic maintenance information. They learn how to use jumper cables. They learn how to check their oil and their water levels, all of the things that are important in basic maintenance. They also learn about how to check air pressure and why that's important in your tires. And they also learn how to change that tire. Nice. So some hands-on there. We then move on to some basic 101 information. We then move on to some rules of the road, and the Sioux Falls Police Department comes in and talks a little bit about some of the things that they might not learn in driver's education. We then move on to distracted and impaired driving, utilizing some goggles so that they get an idea of what that's like and why it's important to be aware of it. And then we have some other important first aid help. So if you do get into an accident and, help is on the way but not there yet, we've got some information from Sanford Trauma that's going to talk a little bit about that. And then we're going to have an organization, one of our sponsors for the clinic, State Farm, is going to come in. They're going to talk to the kids a little bit about Insurance 101, what it does if you get in an accident or a ticket, what that does to your parents' insurance.
That's really cool. Now, this event is coming up when?
This is June 19th, and it is from 10 until 2:30. And currently I have approximately about 10 seats open left for that particular camp, for that clinic.
Are there certain ages for people who are able to do this?
Absolutely. Glad you asked that. It's from 13 to 18. They do not have to have a driver's license because the teens do not actually drive a car. We're in and out of a car. We're utilizing cars as our hands-on, but they're not actually driving. So if they don't have a permit, that's fine. They can still take the class.
That's really cool. And if I would like to sign up for that, where do I go to sign up for the crash course?
Well, if you sign up for crash course or any of our camps, it's right at safetyvillage.org. And underneath programs are all of the different things that we offer. And you can sign up, register right on the website, and either pay through PayPal or you can simply send a check to us as well.
Now let's talk about camp, and I'm on your Facebook page. There was a post saying you were looking for volunteers to help. You still looking for volunteers, too? We're still looking for volunteers. Our crash camp, we're not so much because we have a lot of individuals there, but we do have a children's safety camp that we do on June 8th and 10th, and we're looking for volunteers just simply so that we can follow CDC summer guidelines on keeping kids safe while they're here and participating in our safety events. And if we'd like to get more information about helping with the camp or maybe even having kids join us for camp, how do we find all of that information?
Again, right on their website, we've got a page for volunteer. We have a page for the different programs. Again, the safety camp, Heroes Camp, both of those camps are for ages 7 to 11 and 11 to 13. And those camps are a lot of fun. There's more information out there. But really our goal is to keep our kids and our community safe. And by having these camps and providing the information, we're hoping that we can help to save lives.
And I see the website safetyvillage.org. I'll throw a link on our Facebook page to make that easy to find as well. Roxana, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day.
Absolutely. A couple of fun things coming up next month. Again, all of the details on their website, safetyvillage.org. I'll throw a link to it at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
I kind of feel like I've been talking about bettercreditcards.com forever now, but we want to mention that bettercreditcards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. Why should that matter to you? Because this can save you money every single month. There's no fee to check it out, so when you get a minute, click on the website bettercreditcards.com and see if we can help you find a better credit card. Do it today. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm ruggedly handsome. I'm a heck of a man. I mess around with nature whenever I can.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I love the little critters and the big critters, too. Like to cook them up in a tasty stew.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan. Well, it's time for Critter Corner right here on Sunny. If you like the show, then send me some money.
He's Ranger Dan.
Cash and credit card only. Yes, sir, I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
I heard found a little snappy salute off the well-starred brim, the Ranger Dan cap to you too. Hello there, Marcel. Hi, Heidi.
Dan.
You know, we brushed over this briefly, I think, a few episodes of Critter Corner back. That May just happens to be, it's a big celebration day in South Dakota. It's Beef Month in South Dakota. A lot going on there. We share a few statistics with you, I believe, where, you may think beef, like, your steaks, your ribs, your hamburger, your jerky items like that come from grocery stores, and sure they do. But really all starts with amazing critters known as cattle. That's a fancy name for cows.
Okay.
In South Dakota, as mentioned a few episodes back, has a bunch of them, like around 4 million of those things.
Wow.
About 5 to 1 when it comes to beef cattle to people right here in South Dakota. And here's some fun facts about them that possibly you don't know. Did you realize the United States of America and some place called Brazil are the top beef-producing countries in the entire world?
I could see that.
And that is especially helpful to Brazil because their only other money-producing export is something known as a Brazilian wax, which, from what I gathered, is popular with mainly women who don't have a problem paying around $75 for some sort of painful grooming process. But did you also know that beef cattle also provide medicines? Some pretty fantastic stuff, too. For instance, insulin.
Oh, okay.
It's absolutely true. And also something known as estrogen, which I think is something that helped Bruce Jenner be Caitlyn Jenner. And this is crazy. We're going to wrap it up with this. Did you realize the average cow moves its jaw more than 40,000 times per day?
Wow.
Now, to put that in perspective, that's exactly half of how many times the cast on that TV show, The View, move their jaws on every 1-hour episode. That's all the time we have today, little Radio Rangers. I sure hope you learned something. That's why we're here. Until next Critter Corner, this is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Addiction. It's a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those who love you the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, broken relationships, and, if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Thursday, May 20th, 2021. Equities tumbled Wednesday as rising fears of inflation and economic headwinds overcame the outlook for the second half gains. The fear was stoked last week by hotter-than-expected reads on CPI and PPI that have since been compounded by weak data from the housing sector. The combination of weaker-than-expected data and rising inflation puts the FOMC in a precarious position and could lead to higher interest rates much sooner than expected. Wednesday trading took the S&P 500 down more than 1% at the low of the session. The market was able to claw back some of the losses before the close of the day. The biggest losses were in the industrial and transportation names that have been leading the market up until now. Thursday's action may heat up again with key data from the labor market, the Philly Fed's Business Outlook Survey, and the index of leading indicators on tap. You can get the inside track in your inbox at marketbeatminute.com.